so looking at number 5, 6. All right, so we're on Liz's. But she's done part of it. So let's look at what she's done here. So we're just allocating the costs. So what do we have? I need to look at this. Okay, so we have the sales for 1, 2, and 3, and combined. We have the pounds that are sold and the dollar amount that they're sold for. And then we have the costs for each one. For pruning, picking, and delivery. In preparing the income statement, the company allocated joint costs among the grades on a physical basis as an equal amount per pound. So we're allocating per pound. The company's delivery cost records show that 30,400 of the 68,100 relates to creating the number 1 and number 2 peaches and hauling them to the buyer. The remaining 37,700. Okay, so that's your delivery cost. So the delivery cost, we're going to go down here. And what we did was, this is pruning, picking, delivery. Okay, so delivery. So for number 1, we have the sales value of each of the departments. We took so we just broke it into numerator and denominator to get the percentage. So what we did was, but we don't even need that here for the allocation base because they told us $30,400 for the first one. Oh, number 1 and number 3. Okay, so for the delivery, we know that
1 and 2 is together.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, so we know that the company's delivery cost records show that 30,400 of the 68,100 relates to creating number 1 and 2. 37,700 relates to 3. So we went down here and we know automatically that 37,700 relates to number 3. So right here. For the other 2, we allocate them based on sales volume. So here we took the sales volume of each, divided by the 816,000, which is delivery. You get 8. Oh, so we added them together. So we're going to take, so if the sales volume is 489,000. Wait, where did I was looking at delivery. I'm like, what happened to my numbers? So if the sales volume is 489,600 and number 2 is 326,400, and we want to allocate based on that, we're going to add those 2 together. That's where we get our denominator. So then we're just dividing the 489,600 by the total, and we see, oh, that's 60%. And then we do the same thing with with number 2. We take the total and divide it into the sales for number 2. And so we can see that that one's 40%. So we're going to allocate the part of the delivery cost that goes to number 1 and 2, the 30,400, by multiplying that by the 60% to get the 18,240, and by the 40% to get the 12,160. So the delivery cost is broken into 2 chunks, and one of those we have to allocate. Does the delivery part make sense?
So what about the number 3?
We're going to get there.
Oh, okay.
Some people haven't done anything on this yet.
Oh,
And then we're going to do the same thing for each of these. So like the pruning and care, we have our sales volume, our denominators, and the total. The reason this total is different is we're just doing 2 departments. So all we're going to do is we're just going to take the cost for pruning, which is 374,000. Pruning, yeah, which is 374,000, which I got up here, where it says pruning costs. Oopsie, my total. Can't seem to get to the there. The 374,000 is the total. For the picking and sorting, we're going to use the 299,200. So when we go down here, here's the 374,000 and the 299,200, and we're just allocating them based on these percentages. That's where we're getting this. And that's all done. The allocation is done based on the percentage of sales for each department. You'll notice that the percentages are going to be the same for these two because the sales are the same. All right, moving on down. Good job, Liz. All right, now we want to use our answers to part number 1 to prepare an income statement using joint cost allocated on a sales value basis. Oh, you don't have to do this. We don't have to do any sales value stuff, but I'll show you. So we're going to take number 1, we're going to put the sales in. You don't have to do this. This is a pain. 489,600 sales. 489,600, 326, and 204. So those go here. 489, 326, and 204. And then we're going to go back up there and look at the pruning, the picking, and the delivery costs. This actually isn't bad on this. I misunderstood what they were asking for on the value basis. So the pruning, the picking, and the delivery, we just go up here like here, the pruning for number 1 is 179, and then 119 and 74 will go up here for pruning. 179, 119, and 74. As I'm just doing partial numbers so that I can remember them, but it's those. And then we go down here, and those same numbers are right here for 1, 2, and 3. And then when we go back up here for picking and sorting, our picking and sorting numbers that go on our income statement are these costs, 143, 95, and 59. So when we go down here, those are the costs that go into picking and sorting. And then same with delivery. You'll recognize those like 37,700. You put your totals over here. This way you can find a total for the net income for each part of the business. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Did you still want us to do this part of the question though?
Yeah, this was not what I thought. It's just filling out an income statement by department, by product. Yeah, that'll take you 5 minutes. That's not the same as what was on the, oh, that's it. That's not the same as what was on the synchronous session, the practice problems.
Gotcha.
Doc, just quickly, can you go back to that delivery for the indirect costs? I kind of missed that, sorry.
Okay, so with the delivery one, what's different about this one is that they said that number 3 shared this much of the cost, 37,700. So we're only allocating the rest of the cost between number 1 and number 2. So we're allocating 30,400 between number 1 and number 2.
Oh, okay, so it's just the difference.
Yeah, so it's just, so now the denominator is only 816,000 because it's just this plus this, right? Not using my mouse. This
Yeah, yeah.
because we're only doing 2, that's why it's different than the other ones, but that's all we're doing. We're allocating the 30,400. Better?
Yeah. I think I'm trying to see because I know it's different. So the company's delivery cost record shows 34.